Brendan Rodgers confirms Leicester City rejected 2 Chelsea bids for Wesley Fofana due to being nowhere near valuation. Atlanta and Nottingham Forest make Emerson Palmieri contact as Chelsea receive Conor Gallagher interest. Chelsea tipped to beat Liverpool to Premier League top 4 spot as Thomas Tuchel told not to sign Frenkie de Jong. Chelsea tipped to beat Liverpool to Premier League top 4 spot as Thomas Tuchel told not to sign Frenkie de Jong. Cristiano Ronaldo ready and raring to go in training as Erik Ten Hag whips Man United into shape ahead of Brentford clash. It's another disruption. Man United legend Paul Ince says Cristiano Ronaldo should be sold before he finds a way out. Hello everyone, crazy football news collected all mania of the day. Subscribe right now and you won't miss the most important news of the word football. Press like is a gift to us and let's get started. Brendan Rodgers confirms Leicester City rejected 2 Chelsea bids for Wesley Fofana due to being nowhere near valuation. Leicester City boss Brendan Rodgers has confirmed they have rejected 2 offers from Chelsea for defender Wesley Fofana, and insists they aren't looking to sell him this summer. The 21-year-old only signed a new long-term contract with the Foxes until 2027 back in March, but is seriously wanted by Thomas Tuchel to bolster the Chelsea defense to add to the signings of Kalidou Koulibaly and Marc Cucurella. Rodgers has insisted in recent weeks that Fofana is not for sale, but has softened his stance from saying he will not go to the defender's valuation has not been met. Whether or not Fofana will eventually move this summer remains to be seen with Leicester's stance, but Chelsea aren't going down without a fight and are pressing on with their transfer interest. They have already had 2 bids rejected, which have been below the £80 to £85 million asking price, and Rodgers has now confirmed those offers from Chelsea. He told the media on Thursday there was 2 bids, but nowhere near what the club would consider. We're not looking to sell. Naturally, if there's interest from other clubs, that is looked at by the club. He's a top young defender and there are not too many around his age. When asked for his gut feeling about whether Fofana would be a Leicester player come the end of the summer transfer window, Rodgers replied, "I don't think about it. It can affect the whole group if you don't manage it. You have to keep your eye on the ball. But everyone is focused on doing their best in games for Leicester City. For Wesley himself, communicate openly with him. Another year for him at least would be really important for his development." Wesley is quite calm on the situation. He is aware of the interest. He's just getting on with his work. Fofana is keen on the move to Stamford Bridge and recently took out Leicester City of his social media, hinting that he is ready to leave for the current world champions in the current window. Rodgers knows Leicester needs to sell players in order to make any new additions, adding, "It's going to be one where the club need to move players on. There are no guarantees for us at this stage. If anything happens, the club will let me know. If something happens later down the line, then we'll go from there." Chelsea have just under 3 weeks to finalize their transfer business before the summer window closes. Fofana is not the only target the club are pursuing. Barcelona duo Frenkie de Jong and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang are also of interest and talks remain ongoing with the Spanish side over potential moves this summer. Atlanta and Nottingham Forest make Emerson Palmieri contact as Chelsea receive Conor Gallagher interest. Serie A side Atalanta are rivaling Nottingham Forest for Chelsea defender Emerson Palmieri, while Crystal Palace are interested in Conor Gallagher, according to reports. The wingback looks to be on his way out of Stamford Bridge, despite it previously looking like he could stay. Speaking to Chelsea earlier in the summer, Emerson admitted that he was happy to return to the club. He said, "I have a contract with Chelsea. I played there for 3 seasons and I have a lot of friends there, and if I come back, I'll be happy. It's a good place and club for me. I don't know, let's see what can happen." However, the Italian was not included in Chelsea's squad for the first match of the Premier League season, with new signing Marc Cucurella selected instead of him despite only being with the team for less than 24 hours. Marcos Alonso is set to join FC Barcelona once the La Liga side register their already signed incomings. This will result in Ben Chilwell and Cucurella being Chelsea's left wing-back options this summer, with the Spaniard also able to play in a back 3. With Alonso looking to have sealed his departure, Emerson will now look for a way out of Stamford Bridge or risk being third choice in his position this summer. Nottingham Forest have reportedly already declared their interest in the fullback after missing out on their first choice option this summer. As reported by Nazar Kinsella of the Evening Standard, Atlanta have entered the race for the Italian. The Serie A side have made initial contact over a move for Emerson, as Forest have also done so. A move to the Premier League or a return to Italy is said to be most likely this summer, with the defender confident in both leagues. Chelsea head coach Thomas Tuchel was open to keeping Emerson after a successful loan spell in League One last season. The Blues boss was keen to recall Emerson in January after Chilwell's injury, but this was denied by Lyon during his loan. However, with the addition of Cucurella, it appears that Emerson could secure a permanent transfer away from Stamford Bridge. Former Chelsea head coach Maurizio Sarri was linked with a move for Emerson as he looks to add to his Lazio squad, but rumors have gone quiet regarding a move for the defender. Therefore, it now appears to be a two-horse race between Premier League new boys Nottingham Forest and Serie A side Atalanta for his signature. Furthermore, Crystal Palace are interested in signing Blues midfielder Conor Gallagher, who spent the last season at Selhurst Park. As reported by The Times, Patrick Vieira is hoping that the 2022 World Cup at the end of the year will tempt the youngster into returning on loan as he looks for first-team minutes. Last season saw his first call-up for the England squad, and he was named on the bench against Everton for Chelsea, who have also been linked with a move for Frenkie de Jong. Chelsea tipped to beat Liverpool to Premier League top 4 spot as Thomas Tuchel told not to sign Frenkie de Jong. Former Chelsea defender William Gallas believes Thomas Tuchel's side will finish inside the Premier League top 4 at the expense of Liverpool, and has told the club not to sign Frenkie de Jong. Chelsea opened their 2022-23 Premier League account last weekend with a 1-0 win over Everton to get them off to a winning start following a challenging preseason. New signing Raheem Sterling knows preseason isn't a realistic assessment of where the squad can go as they gear up to face Spurs at Stamford Bridge this weekend. Preseason was an up-and-down one in terms of results and what the manager wanted, but preseason isn't real and we try to build on that, admitted the 27-year-old. Chelsea are in a battle with Manchester City, Liverpool, Spurs, Manchester United and Arsenal to clinch a Champions League qualification spot come the end of the season, and Gallas thinks Tuchel and co will beat Jurgen Klopp's Reds to a top 4 finish. Speaking to Hintane Casino, Gallas said, "As an ex-London player, I have to say Chelsea, Arsenal or Tottenham to win the Premier League. On top 4, Liverpool can miss out because they don't have Sadio Mane anymore and Diaz does not have the same impact. Liverpool always concede goals too, like we saw against Fulham. Even if I like how Liverpool play, I think it will be City, Chelsea, Arsenal and Tottenham." Off the pitch, Chelsea are in talks to bolster their squad and have been speaking with Barcelona over duo Frenkie de Jong and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, 2 players who Tuchel wants to bring to the club. Whether Chelsea can pull deals off for either or both remains unclear with just under 3 weeks of the summer transfer window to go, but Gallas has told his former side to ignore de Jong, however has backed the signing of Aubameyang. Gallas added, "De Jong is a great player. He is still young but he is so experienced in the way he plays. I don't think Chelsea should have gone for someone of that profile though. They already have players like him. They should go for someone like Casemiro or Rodri instead. They are strong guys who stay in front of their defenders. They have good impacts physically as well. That is why I would not sign de Jong, because they already have players who are a little bit similar." On the striker situation in West London following the departure of Romelu Lukaku and Timo Werner, Gallas continued, "Chelsea should have known they had to sign a striker a few months ago. I don't know why they are mainly linked with defenders when Lukaku did not stay and Timo Werner did not perform well over his 2 years at Chelsea. If Aubameyang can leave Barcelona, he would be good but he only just joined them. I would take Aubameyang though, as he is really experienced in the Premier League, and he will fit in straight away with the players." Hakim Ziyech suffers Chelsea exit setback as AC Milan make final transfer decision. Hakim Ziyech has suffered a setback as he looks to leave Chelsea this summer, with AC Milan making a decision over a move for him. The 29-year-old has looked likely to depart this summer, with the Serie A believed to be the most likely destination for the Moroccan. However, it has recently been reported that Ziyech became frustrated by AC Milan's pursuit of him after the Italian champions did not speed up their efforts to secure his services. This has seen Timo Werner depart before him, with Chelsea also losing Romelu Lukaku on loan this summer. With 2 forward options departing and Armando Broja and Raheem Sterling coming into the first-team squad, there could still be some movement in Chelsea's attack. However, this is most likely to be Callum Hudson-Odoi, who has been linked with both loan and permanent departures as he seeks first-team football. It was previously reported that Chelsea head coach Thomas Tuchel is happy to offload Ziyech this summer amid interest from AC Milan. However, Ziyech has now been dealt a huge blow in his desire to leave the club, as AC Milan have made their decision over any transfer during this summer. As reported by Italian journalist Marco Contario, AC Milan have now pulled out of the race to sign Ziyech. The Italians have already signed attacker Charles de Ketelaere during the transfer window, with Ziyech now appearing to be an option for the Serie A champions. Chelsea's on-loan club record signing Romelu Lukaku was said to have recommended the Moroccan to AC Milan, playing for their rivals Inter at the moment. Despite this, it now appears that AC Milan will not be pushing to sign Ziyech, leaving him frustrated after not appearing from the bench against Everton on the Premier League opening day. It remains to be seen as to whether the forward will remain a Chelsea player for the 2022-23 season, with several weeks left until the transfer window slams shut. The Moroccan has retired from international duty, refusing to play for his side under the current head coach. His side will play in the 2022 World Cup at the end of the year, with Ziyech perhaps wishing to get more first-team football ahead of a tournament if he plans a sensational return to his national side. The 29-year-old has instructed his lawyer, currently representing him, to search for new teams as he looks to depart, even if AC Milan is not his next destination. Chelsea could look to add further reinforcement in attack if they are to allow Ziyech to leave. Cristiano Ronaldo ready and raring to go in training as Erik Ten Hag whips Man United into shape ahead of Brentford clash. Manchester United superstar Cristiano Ronaldo looks ready for action ahead of Saturday's clash with Brentford. United endured a poor start to the season last weekend as they lost 2-1 to Brighton at Old Trafford and got booed off the pitch by their own fans. Ronaldo came off the bench in the second half amid a dramatic summer that has seen him informing club chiefs of his desire to leave, as he prefers to play Champions League football this term. However, the five-time Ballon d'Or winner is still training hard with the rest of the Red Devils squad in Carrington after missing preseason due to family reasons. United manager Erik Ten Hag is trying to whip his team back into shape as they prepare to take on Brentford at the GTEC Community Stadium. Ten Hag put the likes of Ronaldo, Christian Eriksen and Bruno Fernandes through their paces under immense heat. This is after the Dutch tactician admitted he has a hell of a job to do at United. Ten Hag said after the loss to Brighton, "It is a hell of a job before us. We have to work really hard, analyze and then move forward. Today was a good start, and then after that we dropped down a level in belief and we made mistakes that the opponent punished. But it was a good opponent. We tried to work well together, but when you make mistakes you get punished for that." United look set to welcome Adrien Rabiot from Juventus as their latest addition to their squad. If the deal goes through, Rabiot will be joining Tyrell Malacia, Lisandro Martinez and Eriksen, who also joined up during the summer transfer window. It's another disruption. Man United legend Paul Ince says Cristiano Ronaldo should be sold before he finds a way out. Manchester United icon Paul Ince reckons the club should sell Cristiano Ronaldo because CR7 will eventually find a way to get out of Old Trafford. The Red Devils superstar is desperate to leave so he can carry on playing in the Champions League. Cristiano Ronaldo remains keen to leave Manchester United. Getty PA club legend Paul Ince believes it's in the club's best interests to sell him, caption, and reading Gaffer Ince believes it's better for United to part ways with Ronaldo sooner rather than later. The 54-year-old warned that Ronaldo will force his way out eventually, but the sooner he is sold the more time the club has to identify a replacement. Ince told Safe Betting Sites UK, "It's a difficult one. Obviously you think about the goals he scored last year, 18 goals he got last year. If he doesn't score those goals, they're in the bottom half of the table. So it shows the importance that Ronaldo has on this team." Read more Man United news. Red Devils latest Adrien Rabiot wage issues, Frenkie de Jong deal agreed, Ronaldo latest. But I'm always of the opinion, if a player wants to leave, and he kinda hinted that he wanted to leave 3 or 4 weeks ago, if I'm a manager then I'm thinking, right, I need to go and get a striker. Because, ultimately, if a player's unhappy at the club, eventually they find a way to get out. Ince, who played over 200 games for United, believes keeping Ronaldo at the club is another disruption as Erik Ten Hag attempts to rebuild the club. The ongoing drama regarding Ronaldo's future is only likely to disrupt matters behind the scenes as the process continues to drag out. Most read in football shots fired. Celtic hero Sutton trolls Rangers icon McCoist with barb over PSV fixture row. RIP legend Fernando Chalana dead at 63. Tributes paid to Portugal and Benfica legend not happy. McCoist demands Rangers Champions League help as he blasts SFA shambles. 10 years on Momentjer's SFL journey began and why Jim McInally and Ally McCoist fell out. Veer off-road ex-Rangers target Joey Veerman is the man who could wreck Euro dreams. Getting shirty. Jorgos Giacomakis reveals how he was forced to take Celtic's No 7 jersey free bets and sign-up deals. Best new customer offers. Ince added, "We saw when he came on some fans were applauding him, some fans weren't happy with him." Again, it's another disruption in the building process of Manchester United. Whether he wants to stay or leave, he still has to have the ultimate respect for everybody else. This is an issue that needs to be resolved quickly. It's never easy for a manager. Once the window is shut, it's a case of if he's still here, he's got to get on with it, get himself fit, and start playing for his fans and his teammates. Manchester United icon Paul Ince reckons the club should sell Cristiano Ronaldo because CR7 will eventually find a way to get out of Old Trafford. The Red Devils superstar is desperate to leave so he can carry on playing in the Champions League. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and tell us your opinion.